What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna, and once again, welcome to my program. So a lot of people always talk about how they want to go ahead and achieve something, yet they never do the necessary steps in order for them to even attain that goal. So just for the simple fact you went ahead and purchased this program, that means you're serious about losing this weight. Make sense? So before we get started, here's what I want you to do. I want you to give you the dilemma that the average American facing today. Okay? So here is the list of the leading causes of death. Heart disease, number one, of course, cancer, accidents, chronic lower respiratory diseases, stroke, Alzheimer's, which is the diabetes of the brain, right? Diabetes itself, nephrotic symptoms, influenza, etc., right? So what is the underlying correlation between majority of these diseases? Think about it. It's things about what you ingest and put into your body. Make sense? Why? A lot of people don't know every single disease starts in your gut. Literally. Okay? Every single disease. So for instance, Alzheimer's, a lot of people don't understand. You're seeing a lot of people nowadays, the Alzheimer's rate is going up. And the reason why the Alzheimer's rate is going up is because Alzheimer's is literally in dementia, is the diabetes of the brain, which means what? Sugar is corroding your brain. Make sense? And just think about what type of situation we're in now. We're in a situation where a lot of the foods that we consume is filled with sugar. Make sense? So that's why my program is so effective, because what I basically do is I teach you exactly how your body works. Make sense? And we start tapping into a different source. And instead of your body relying on you to feed it, it's going to start running off its own body fat. That's what it's here for. Okay? Here's the facts, and what we're going to do is I'm going to literally go through every single question and all the literally frequently asked questions that I literally have, and we're going to go ahead and answer them starting now. Okay? So, question number one. When do I start to weigh myself and use the ketone strips? So, after you start my program, you're going to use the ketone strips literally every single day. Okay? Why? The ketone strips literally tell you exactly what your body is doing and what type of energy your body is utilizing. Make sense? So for instance, right here, if it's more on the purple side, that means your body is using literally majority nothing but body fat, right? If it's a little bit more on the pinker side, then your body's literally letting you know, hey, you gave me some sugar, right? But we're still using some body fat, but you just need to watch out. Make sense? Now, and if you see no color on the stick, that means your body's literally depending on you to feed it. Okay? So for now on, don't think, oh, well, my stick color has to be super purple, because it don't. All I want you to do is be aware. And that's what my program is all about, awareness. Being aware of what you're putting into your mouth on a daily basis. Okay? So, long story short, you will always want your stick color to be more on the purple side, right? It could be pink, right? But ultimately, as long as it's not no color, you're okay. Now, if it's more pink, that's your signal for you to know, hey, maybe I should go ahead and watch my food intake a little bit more, okay? Because that means you're sneaking in sugar somehow. You might be oblivious to how. Okay? So, in order to combat that, ironically, what goes hand in hand with your stick color, right? The scale. Makes sense? Because ironically, 9 times out of 10, when your stick color is a little bit more on the pinker side, right? You're going to see more scale fluctuations. Why? Because the way the human body works, if you're getting more sugar inside your body, that means your body also consequently or subsequently is holding on to more water. Why? Carbs hold on to water. That's why it's called carbohydrate. Water retention. That's all it means. Make sense? So that's why when you look at like broccoli, right? Broccoli might have like 30 calories, but it's like 15 grams of carbs. A lot of people don't view it though. A lot of people don't even do the nutrition, and they'll probably don't even Google what they're consuming. They don't read labels. Make sense? So basically, when you're consuming a lot of carbohydrates, you're literally signaling to your body to hold on to more water. Make sense? And ironically, what these food companies do, if they're gonna have a lot of carbs in it, they add a lot of sugar in it to make it taste better. That's why majority of the times you like the food that you're consuming is more processed foods. Just think about it. All the snacks that you like, if you look at the nutrition label, it has a lot of carbs and sugar. Why? Because there's a lot of empty calories. Make sense? So on my program, what I want you to really focus on is literally watch the food that you're eating. Can you have processed foods on my program? Of course. This right here is a processed food. I've never seen a shirataki noodle bush before. Make sense? Somebody had to make this in a lab. But ironically, because it's created with better ingredients, you can have this on my program. Make sense? But this is still a carb-based product. Now, what is a carb-based product? A carb-based product is something that has more carbs in it, literally, than anything else. Right? But once again, in order for you to even know if something's a carb-based product, you gotta read the label. Okay? You want to have a little bit less carbs if you want the scale to drop more. Women. Okay? Because I know if you're seeing a lot of fluctuations on the scale, you're getting discouraged. Okay? So that's why I tell you, you want to keep your stick color purple. And in order to keep your stick color purple, what you're going to have to do, you're going to have to literally watch what you're eating, everything that you're eating. Okay? That way you can kind of get information on your body. Right? And if you get more information on your body, last time I checked, we're not hermit crabs. You can't switch your body out. Okay? So if you know that, hey, for some odd reason, if I eat a lot of shirataki noodles, right, I stall, that means if you're 20 years later down the road, you're gonna stall eating the exact same thing, because that's just how your body responds to food. What I want you to do, if you're seeing a lot of fluctuations on the scale, ladies, please, 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 take pictures of what you're eating, literally. For 3 days, that's it, nothing crazy. Every single thing that goes in your mouth, literally, is gonna sound crazy. Take a picture of every water you consume, take a picture of every snack you consume, take a picture of every meal you consume. That way you can literally see what you're doing. Because if you're guessing, right, just like if you're guessing on a test, you could probably get a C, but what does a C equate to? Average. And that equates to, in this program, stall. Make sense? So that's why when you're seeing majority of the time, you probably have, hey, Trey, a lot of them be like, okay, I see color on the stick, but I'm stalling. It's simply because it's A, you're probably drinking a little bit more water, or B, you're adding in a little bit more snacks, or C, you're not paying attention to what you're consuming. So for instance, once again, I want you to focus on more protein-based products. So one of my client commandments was no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice. Why? No beans, no corn, no bread, no rice. This includes cauliflower rice, ladies. This is still a carb-based product, okay? You can have cauliflower rice, you can have rice, you can have bread. Just expect more fluctuations on the scale because that's what you're telling your body to do. So for instance, once again, I said no beans, no corn, no bread, no rice. It's simply because if I told you to have bread, you would have picked up this. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because this is what your mom used to pick up. Or this is what you've seen people of your family pick up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I want you to get you more acclimated to reading the label and making the best choice for yourself and your body. So you can't not have this on my program, but you know what you can have on my program? This, right? Now, what is the difference between this bread and this bread? What did I just say? These are both breads, but these both have two totally different goals. Because if you actually read the nutrition facts on this bread will be more conducive if you're trying to gain weight. This bread is more conducive if you're trying to lose weight. Because this bread is more protein based. It got more protein in it, in these lines, than anything else. This bread got more carbs in it than anything else. So if I'm eating something that has more carbohydrates, literally, I'm gonna stall more than I have less carbohydrates. Make sense? So I'm literally allowing you to have what you want on my program. Literally. Anything you could possibly think of, you can have. Just get the better version of it. A lot of people ask, hey Trey, I noticed, like literally today, somebody hit me up and said, hey Trey, I have no idea why my stick color got a little bit more pink, right? Yet, I had low carb tortillas that you said you could have on my program, right? Yes, you can have this bread, but guess what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is still bread. So because it's still bread, and still has some sort of sugar or carbohydrates in it, even though it has net carbs, in order for them to utilize net carbs, they're using semantics. So in order for them to use semantics, this is the reason why they're letting you know this is a better quality of bread. But they had to use semantics to let you know, hey, this is better quality bread because it got net carbs, even though it has 19 grams of carbs. So at the end of the day, your body's still gonna respond to these carbs the exact same way, right? But your body's not gonna retain as much water. But you're still gonna have the hormones that's gonna make your body kind of stop burning body fat. It's that simple. Make sense? So you want to have less bread. So every time you want to have some bread, or beans, or corn, or rice, or anything that somebody has to make, right? Pancakes. You know what I'm saying? Little things like this. This is keto, paleo, pancakes. Based off my program, you can have this, right? But ironically, you're gonna stall. But you're still having your pancakes, okay? So what I want y'all to do, or what I'm trying to teach you on this program, is once you're done, I gave you the necessary tools and the necessary information where you can literally eat the same things that you want. But because you're making smarter decisions, you're snatched forever. Because you're aware, right? Once again, just like if you was in the wilderness, if you don't know nothing about snakes, and you see a snake, you're gonna be afraid of every single snake that you see. Versus somebody like me who are aware of snakes, the types, the species of snakes, and if I see a snake, I can identify, hey, this snake is not poisonous, I have nothing to be afraid of. I can stomp the snake out if I choose to. Make sense? Versus somebody like you who don't know nothing. That's why I'm letting you know, hey, this is totally different from this, but it's still bread. So for all the women on my program who's worried about stalling and little stuff like that, I recommend you, ironically, I created something for you. These are adjustable waist beads. Okay? So if you are stalling and you're not taking pictures, which I also tell you to take pictures every single week, at least one day out the week, so every Monday, every Tuesday, whatever you want. If you are somebody who just have to see progress every single day, because you're not going to see the scale drop every single day, no matter what, okay? Because you're not probably eating the same thing every single day, okay? If you're eating the same thing every single day, you can expect the scale to drop the exact same amount every single day. But ironically, we don't do that anymore. We don't meal prep, okay? You don't have to meal prep on my program, but the women who do meal prep get the faster results. Why? You're more consistent doing the same thing every single day. That's all the difference, okay? So the main reason why a lot of women on my program only, keyword only, lose 18 pounds a month is because over the weekends they do what they want. It's that simple, okay? But versus somebody who I had like women on my program who lost 60 pounds in 58 days, 60 pounds in 2 months. Yes, I'm not lying. It's literally on my page. You just check it out. They literally lost it because it was more consistent than the average person. A lot of people don't have the same drive as them two women, okay? But ironically, if you're not taking pictures and you purchase these adjustable waist beads, when you're literally losing inches, you're gonna notice, hey, for some odd reason, Trey, I noticed that my waist beads are still dropping even though the scale's stalling. Make sense? Because there's so many causes of weight fluctuations, okay? Point number 2, watch out for your sleep. That's how crazy your body is. And I'm gonna explain to you in this example right here. I did a 5-day fast, right? 5 days. I worked out every single day. Every single day, okay? And guess what happened? The first day, I lost about 45 pounds, just as how my body responds. The second day, and once again, I'm working out every single day, keep that in mind. The second day, I lost 45 pounds. The third day, I lost 45 pounds. The fourth day, I gained a pound. I worked out, then put nothing in my mouth. The fifth day, I gained a pound, then put nothing in my mouth and worked out. Why? Doesn't make sense to you now, right? But why can I, who did not put nothing in my mouth, who is also moving, gain weight? Sleep. Because what happens is your body is not decompressing. Your body utilizes sleep to start over. But think of your body like building up, right? Building up steam, like a kettle pot, right? And then it's gonna start what? It's gonna start whistling. Your body is building up and your body needs to relax itself through sleep. But if you're not sleeping properly or adequately, what's gonna happen is it's gonna keep building up, and now your body is now starting to be inflamed. And now you're stressing out your body. So your body responds to stress through inflammation. And inflammation is going to make your body hold more water. Make sense? So if you are experiencing fluctuations on the scale, focus on taking pictures. I'm gonna keep saying that. Okay, so from now on, if you're not taking pictures and you're stalling, that's on you. Take a picture of everything that you're putting in your mouth, everything. Because you're gonna realize, oh damn, I probably did not have more protein on my plate than anything else. Or you're gonna notice, hey, dang, maybe I was wilding with my sauce. See what I'm saying? Or I wasn't paying attention to my sauces. Hey Trey, I heard all my life that diet sodas is bad for you, right? And they got little components in it or ingredients such as aspartame that's gonna give me cancer. Here's the funny thing about the human body. Cancer, which is the second leading cause of death, right, can only survive when glucose is in your system. Cancer thrives off sugar. Ironically, cancer rates is going up, and guess what we're consuming more of? Processed, sugary foods and drinks, but mostly it's drinks, okay? So here's a Sprite. As you can see, it's not open. You know why? Because I'm never gonna drink this a day in my life. I am aware of what it is, okay? This Sprite literally says 39 calories, or 39 carbs, my bad. 39 carbs and 38 total sugars per 12 fluid ounces. What does that mean to you? Nothing. You don't know what the hell that means. But after my program, you're gonna know exactly what that means. Carbs and sugar, your body responds to it the exact same way. Okay? And the way also sugar works, sugar overrides your system in your body, and you actually have stuff in your gut microbiome that picks up when you're consuming sugar. And because in human nature, at any point in time, anything that was bitter is poisonous, anything that was sweet, your body can have it, right? You already have innate things in your body where your body kind of craves sugar. And guess what? The food industry knows that. That's why they throw sugar into everything. Because if you crave sugar, then you're gonna eat more of these things. That's why you may notice, hey, you just can't have one chip. Or hey, you just can't have one cookie, right? Or for some odd magical reason, if I tell you to eat 2 chicken breasts, you're gonna have a harder time to eat 2 chicken breasts versus 10 Oreos or 10 cookies. Why? Because their sugar thing, it's because it has a lot of sugar in it, it's literally able to override your body's natural system that you're not getting full. Make sense? That's why I tell you to have more protein on your plate than anything else, and have less, foods that somebody had to create in the lab. Simple. Somebody had to create this Sprite. So because somebody had to create this Sprite, I'm gonna go ahead and get something like this, the diet version, okay? And once again, you have nothing to be afraid of as far as aspartame, because aspartame, this sugar is gonna kill you faster than any diet soda. It's that simple. I don't even gotta explain. This is worse than this. I can drink 20 of these, and 20 of these is still not worse than this. That simple. Now, another thing I want you to focus on my program is what? Watch out for your sauces and oils, right? Why? Because nobody reads the label anymore, okay? And once again, the label don't mean nothing to you. So, here is a spray, okay? Which, if you're on my program, I already tell you to get some spray, right? Now, I'm showing you this spray right now, right? You see how it says everything 0. One thing that a lot of people don't look at is the serving size. You see how big this is? It got 536 servings in it. Now, once again, like you learned in my orientation class video, the way that the food industry works, they're able to round down to the nearest 10th. There's 9 calories per spray in this. But because I'm able to round down, I'm gonna put 0. Why? Because if you see 0, what you're gonna do? You're gonna spray it all up. You're gonna put in every single thing. You're gonna spray it, you're not gonna think nothing of it. Why? Because it's 0. I can spray it, it's free, right? Everything is better when it's free, but it's not. This is labeled trickery. 536 servings, okay? So you just wanna be mindful. So once again, I won't want you to be afraid of the spray as well. Just be mindful that, hey, every quarter second of a spray is literally about 9 calories, okay? But I'd rather you use this spray versus something like what? Well, we all grew up in the household. Your mom was cooking what she had, either canola oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, palm oils, oil. This is the worst thing for your body. What this literally does, it literally creates metabolic dysfunction in your body. Literally. It literally makes your fat cells not being able to divide, which causes leaky guts, because what's happened is your fat cells are just gonna get bigger and large, and then because it's not able to divide, it's gonna start leaking, right? But guess what it's leaking? Sugar. And guess what happens when it starts leaking sugar? You know what happens? It's in your bloodstream. If it's in your bloodstream, that's the start of pre-diabetes, or being a pre-diabetic, or having diabetes itself, okay? So you wanna focus on less oil stuff unless it's through a spray. Okay, and then also, once again, the main reason is because the serving size, which nobody reads, it says what? 1 tablespoon per serving, 120 calories. 1 tablespoon. When was the last time you took a spoon and measured it out? When was the last time you seen your mom measure anything out? She didn't. So because you've seen this in your household, you're doing the exact same thing, and that's why the average person in America, the average woman in America, let's put it like that, 80% is obese. It's sad to say, but that's literally the statistics. 80% of the women right now is classified as overweight, and now 80% in the black community, because I'm black, right? 80% of that overweight women happen to be obese as well, classified as obese, which means what? Your lifespan is being shortened, your quality of life is being shortened. So please focus on the little things, okay? This and this is 2 different things, just like this and this is 2 different things. Why is this program not keto? So the reason why this program is not keto is because what have I just said about 3 or 4 times? Have more protein on your plate than anything else. If you're having keto, what do they want you to have on keto? More nuts, more fats, high fat diet. Why I do not want you to have a high fat diet? Can you have high fat? Of course. Can some days you have more fat in your diet than protein? Of course. But the days you do that, once again, expect to stall. Why? Because the way your body works, think of your body like a bank account, right? Let's say you're trying to save $100. Is it easier for you to save $100 if you don't spend no money in general? Yes, right? So what happens if you spend $100, but your friend just give you $100 every single time you spend $100? You're not spending nothing, right? And you got the exact same amount of money, right? You're doing the exact same thing with a high-fat ketogenic diet. So the reason why ketogenic diets work is simply because you're training your body to burn body fat. But ironically, I trained your body to already burn body fat through the initial 48-hour fast. Make sense? So because now your body's trained or learning to burn body fat, because you're putting more protein on your plate than anything else, you're literally signaling, your body's just a computer, signaling to your body, hey, I want you to start burning more body fat, right? But here's the thing, if you're doing a ketogenic diet, and let's say your body burns 70 grams of fat, and you put 70 grams of fat back into your body, what happens? Stall. Make sense? So that's why I want you to have more protein on your plate than anything else. And that's why, once again, if you're stalling, please take pictures. Okay? Because you're going to see the days that you stall was the days you probably had a salad, you had more low carb wrapped breads, or you ate things that you wasn't supposed to have. Okay? So why no meal plan? The reason why there's literally no meal plan on this is because I'm trying to teach you, once again, exactly how food works in your body. Okay? Versus me just telling you, hey, salmon and broccoli. That's not fun. Why not teach you the components of what food does in your body? That way, in any time in life, you can make the right conscious decisions. Because here's the thing. Label trickery is going to change. Food is going to change, right? The knowledge that's inside your body and the knowledge of you knowing what food does in your body won't. Simple. All right. So that's why I want you to know what these things do so you can make conscious decisions. So for instance, I'm trying to gain weight now. So you know what? If I'm trying to gain weight, once again, if you already got my book or my manual, the best way to gain weight is carbs and protein, right? But guess what? Now I can have a little bit more of this if I want to, but because I know this one is still better, I'm gonna still have more carbs from stuff like this. Make sense? This is a better source. This is just a better bread. So why pick this up when I can pick this up? It's that simple, okay? Why have regular pancakes from Miss Shirley's, which I can have here and there, but why not have pancakes every single day if I choose to with something like this? Every single day. Because that's my goal, to gain weight. So that's why I want to break it down to you like that. Protein signals to your body to burn body fat. Carbs tell your body to, hey, hold on to water. That way your body's capable to either gain more muscle, right, or gain more fat, because that's what carbohydrates do. Whatever you have your carbs mixed with, that's what you're telling your body to do. So if you're giving your body carbs and protein, you tell your body to get big and strong. If you give your body a lot of carbs and fat, stuff like pizza, ice cream, all your favorite snacks, cookies, you're telling your body to literally get fatter. Make sense? The same goes with alcohol and fruit. Your body's gonna store it right here. That's the only place your body can store it. Fruits and smoothies. Women choose more fruit, men choose more alcohol. But ironically, the same result happens. That's why you can see a skinny man with what? A beer belly. And that's why you see a lot of women nowadays drinking smoothies all year round and they got a pudge or fupa. You know why? Because ask your mom when she has the access to have all the fruit that was literally in the stores like now. She never had access to it. This is the only time in human history where we're getting fruit all year round. Because if we went back 100 years ago, if there was no apple tree, you wasn't getting no apples. Simple. If there was no orange tree, you're not getting an orange. But now we have a whole variety. We can get dragon fruit, we can get pineapples, we can get mangoes out of season. Okay, so question, I'm vegan, what should I do? The same thing applies here. Have more protein on your plate than anything else. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more harder because a lot of vegan products have a lot of soy, a lot of oxalates and lectins in it. So you will get slow results. I'm just going to be straight up honest with you if you're trying to do this on a vegan diet. But it's simply because, once again, you're signaling to your body with vegan products, the majority of vegan products, more carbs, more fat, to hey, hold on to it. Hold on to the fat. Hold on to water. Versus somebody who's eating more meat, who's signaling to their body more, once again, everything is about consistency, burn more body fat. It's that simple, okay? So you can still be vegan and do this reset, okay? Just like you can have your kids do this reset, because believe it or not, this applies to all human beings. This is literally the healthiest diet for a human being. Why? Because you're finally allowing your body to utilize the things that our ancestors' bodies was able to utilize, which is what? Body fat. But here's the thing, your body was never able to tap into its own body fat, right? Anytime you wanted to, simply because you taught your body to rely on you to feed it, right? What do I mean by that? This is the only time in human history where what? If I want some Starbucks, I'm gonna get some Starbucks now. If I want some pizza, I can get some pizza now. Ask your mom if she wants some pizza and it's past 8 o'clock, what was she able to do? Nothing at all. If your mom, your mom's mom, right? They didn't cook any food after 7 and your mom is hungry as hell and she wanted to eat, how will she be able to eat? If there's nothing in the house, she had to fast unintentionally. See what I'm saying? But nowadays, we're in a household, only us millennial generation and all that stuff, where we have snacks all around the house, processed foods all around the house. Anytime I want to eat, I can eat. There's popcorn, there's stuff in the house, versus us having to cook food, right? So, because that is the case, you just want to surround yourself with all things that you can have. I like soda, so I got soda. I like peanut butter, so I got peanut butter. See what I'm saying? You can have anything you want on this program. I like noodles, I like pasta, so I got pasta. This is a better pasta than the blue box pasta that everybody have in the house. You see what I'm saying? I forgot what it's called. So I like Hershey syrup, so I got Hershey syrup, okay? So you can literally have anything you want on this program. You just gotta get the right version. If you're vegan, your best friend is gonna be Beyond Meat. Cool? Cool. So can I shift my window? of course you can shift your window, okay? Now, I wouldn't advise you to shift your window a lot of times unless like it's life change or you find a window that's more sustainable for you, okay? Now, why do I say that? Because the more you, once again, it's about consistency. So if you're shifting your window, some days instead of you doing 2 to 8, you're doing 1 to 7, and some days instead of you doing 2 to 8, you're doing 3 to 9 or 4 to 10. Because you're not being consistent, you're gonna have more fluctuations on the scale because your body has a circadian rhythm to it, okay? So if you're going to sleep and your body kind of already knows you don't like to put food and ingest, put food in your body after 8, right? Your body already has set positions and things in place where it will start tapping to body fat faster than somebody who eats later at night. Make sense? Or somebody who eats late at night, let's say somebody works overnight, right? So let's say somebody's window is literally 1 o'clock a.m. to 7 o'clock a.m., but they go to sleep during the day. Because they're going to sleep during the day, they're still giving their body adequate amount of time to digest and burn what they consume, right? But if I'm shifting my window and it's more sporadic, you're not giving your body really nothing to work with, okay? So kind of find a window that works for you. So yes, ladies, you can have a 10 p.m. to 4 o'clock a.m. window if you choose to. It's not about what window or what time you're eating. It's about the frequency you eating. That's what all matters. That's it, literally, okay? Where do majority of our calories as humans come from? What we drink and stuff like this. Syrup. So if you're having pancakes, right? And you're not watching what you're putting on your pancakes, you're just getting the syrup and you're doing this, and you're not realizing that every 2 tablespoons of syrup is 100 calories, and you put, God knows, 1,500 calories on your pancakes is not bad. It's the extra stuff people do to food that are bad. Simple. That's an American thing to do, to have pancakes and syrup, right? Just like it's an American thing to do to have tacos with the choice of protein with the lettuce and cheese and sour cream and salsa and tomatoes and guacamole and rice. That's American. If you go to Mexico and you ask for a taco, they're gonna give you a tortilla. It's gonna be corn, right? You don't have a choice. They're gonna put meat in there. They're gonna put onions in there. They're gonna put some tomatoes in there. Taco. But if I just broke down the components of the taco I just talked about, it's literally carb, meat, protein, tomatoes, carb, right? You cannot get fat off a taco like that unless you're just eating 35 tacos a day, right? So when I went to Mexico, I had tacos every single day, over 5 to 6 tacos every single day. I didn't gain nothing. You know why? Because I had carbs and protein. You know where Americans mess up? You get the taco, you have the tortilla, you have the the protein, you have the cheese, you have the lettuce, you have the sour cream, which is nothing but fat. You have the salad dressing, which is nothing but fat. You have the guacamole, which is nothing but fat. You see what I'm saying? It's the extra things that Americans do that makes it bad. Just like people don't go to Five Guys and just get a burger, right? Well, every time you get a burger, 9 times out of 10, already that's kind of in your head, you have to have some what? Fries. So is a burger bad, or is it the associations you have with burgers that are bad? If I just told you a burger is what? Meat, bread. You're not gonna get fat with a burger. But fries, in order to make fried French fries, right? You get a potato, right? You cut up a potato, carb, and you put it under what? Oil. That's why fries are bad for you. It's the oil part of it. But if you have the exact same potato, try to make your own fries, you cut it up and you put it in an air fryer, can you have fries every single day? Okay? Pro tip for you right there. Can I do an 8-hour window? Of course you can do an 8-hour window. Of course, you're gonna have slower results versus somebody who has a 6-hour window, versus somebody who has a 4-hour window, versus somebody who only eat 1 time a day, okay? So once again, in order for you to lose weight, it's about how many times you put food in your mouth. Because every single time you put food in your mouth, your body literally stops burning body fat. Your body cannot do 2 things at once. Your body's either A, storing body fat, or B, burning body fat. So for instance, I worked out today, right? And I still haven't ate nothing all day. Yeah, I drank something, but I didn't physically eat nothing all day. So you know what my body's technically doing? Burning body fat. Because I didn't give it any energy. But ironically, I'm not hungry. That's why I didn't give my body any energy. You know why my body's not hungry right now? Because my body's getting energy. How's it getting energy? Am I getting energy from the air? No. I'm getting energy from my body fat, right? But that's why people be hungry. That's why when you grew up in life, that's why you was probably afraid of the initial 48-hour fast, because you was like, damn, I'm gonna starve myself to death. Why? Because you literally from birth taught your body to rely on you to feed it. Simple. Okay? But then once your body sees, oh damn, I got body fat, I don't need you anymore. Right? So now when your body starts burning body fat in the background, right, what's gonna happen is now you're just gonna notice how many times you like to put food in your mouth because you're bored. So on my program, I will literally teach you, and hopefully this facts video clears up a lot of little things that you probably had or you was dealing with on my program, okay? So once again, pictures, focus on the stick, have more protein on your plate than anything else, and you're great. It's that simple. Once again, thank you for purchasing my program. I'll talk to you soon. If you have any questions, once again, just DM me on Instagram, Dr.Trehunna. Signing out.